Hello everyone. In this session, we will discuss about sales forecasting. Actually, this is an interesting topic. Why? Because every one of us as a human has the curiosity to know about the future. So this term forecasting is nothing but prediction of the future. So sales forecasting is predicting the future sales. Moving on to the next slide, we will see an introduction about sales forecasting. Why this sales forecasting is required? Why it is required? So we'll say an example. If you are going to take any decision, say for example choosing your career, so this career goal will be purely dependent on the past, present records and the future need of your family. The same way, it is necessary for the company to take business decision and to realize short-term and long-term performance through sales forecasting. So sales forecasting can be defined as estimation of type, quantity and quality of future sales. Goal for the sales department is decided on the basis of this forecast, and these forecasts also help in planning future development of the concern. The sales forecast forms a basis for production target. So the next we will discuss what are the various methods used for sales forecasting. So some of the methods are survey of buyer's view, collective opinion, trend projections and economic indicators. So we will discuss each method in detail in the upcoming slides. The first method is survey of buyer's view. This method of forecasting is purely based on the customer's opinion. Here, survey is taken from the customers and their opinion is consolidated to see the forecast of the sales. So, this forecasting is done for short term. So, some of the advantages of this method are various mindset of different customers can be known, which creates a loyal bonding with the customer. Easy segregation can be done in this method as territory wise, product wise, customer wise and month wise. So even though it has some advantages, there are some disadvantages of this method. They are listed here. As everything in this world is changing, how come we can expect the customers to remain constant? Even their mindset changes over time, right? So this change in mindset of customers is very disadvantageous to this method. So next is availability of more alternatives. For each and every product, there are more and more alternatives available in this current market, which confuses the customer with their choices. Buyers may be anxious about the product, but they fail to purchase. The next method is collective opinion method. This method is dependent on the salesman opinion as he is the closest to the customers. So he gave an estimation about the respective area and customers' reaction. So all these estimations are consolidated to make the forecasting. So what are the advantages of collective opinion? The first one is it is simple and requires no statistical technique. This forecast is based on the knowledge of the salesman who are directly responsible for the sales. This method is much useful in the case of new products. Some of the disadvantages are this method can be only used for short-term forecasting. The salesmen have no knowledge about the economic changes. So the next method is a very important method, that is the trend projection method. So in this method, before making the forecast, time series has to be analyzed. So what is a time series? What's a time series? So time series is nothing but the change in demand over time. So in this changing world, the demand may get changed over time. So that change in demand is said to be the time series. So now, in order to note the change in demand, we require a method, and the name of the method is project the trend method. So with the help of this method, we are going to realize the different patterns of demand. So now we will have a look on various demand patterns. The first one is the constant pattern. In this pattern, whatever may be the changes, the demand remain constant. For example, are the necessary goods such as vegetables and grocery items. So the next one is the trend pattern. In this pattern, the demand goes on increasing. For example, in this pandemic situation, the demand for face mask and sanitizer is going on increasing. So the next pattern is the seasonal variation pattern. Here, depending on the season, the demand goes in a hike and comes down. For example, RD discount offers for garments. So the next pattern is the cycle pattern. This pattern is similar to the seasonal pattern, yet seasonality occurs at regular intervals and this is constant duration. For this pattern, we can consider bicycle as example. Once there was a peak demand for bicycle, but due to advancement in technology, the demand pattern has come down. So the last one is the combination of patterns. Generally, when a business concern is in operation, combination of trend and seasonal pattern is given importance. The next method is the economic indicator. So in this method, forecasting is dependent upon certain economic indicators which are generally published by Central Statistical Organization. So what are the indicators which help in this method? For example, if we are going to take an example of a consumer good, personal income of a customer matters in the consumer good. With the income level only, the sales of the consumer goods may happen. The same way, the agricultural income for the demand of agricultural inputs, implements, etc., and construction contracts sanctioned for demand of building materials. So, hope you have all understood about the sales forecasting topic. So, meet you in the next session with different topics. Thank you.